Underdawgs Podcast Part 2 with Los2k6, award-winning film and director of Soul Hood. You can find that on Amazon Prime. Look up Liek and Tlee, Soul Hood. Okay, sorry about that, brother.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Technical life.
Yeah. Wait on my brother to jump back in. Okay, there you go. Man, just get to going like that. Sometimes you really can't time it, man. It gets so organic. You know, so many gems get thrown out there.
Yeah, that's it, man. That is it. Nah, but it is appreciated, man. I appreciate y'all guys bringing me in. I definitely appreciate it.
Nah, big facts, man. No problem. We definitely appreciate you accepting the invite.
Of course, absolutely. Let me
Let's see. Able. Oh, here go the tech difficulty.
boom.
Oh, okay. There you go, man. Hey.
Back in the game.
We back.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lo, well, you did explain the process already.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, man, when I watched the movie, I mean, yeah, the movie, it honestly had me like, you know, plugged in, like more than like how people be talking about power and everything. Like I honestly couldn't even get through like the first couple episodes of Power, but it was just like I told you, from the way like it was to the characters, the acting, and like just the audio itself too. Just like I say, listening to it, that had me tapped in, man. Like especially at the end, I'm like, man, I'm ready for more. Like that's the feeling I had from it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate it a lot. You know, what's funny, what I like to call Soul Hood, I like to call it a double trilogy. It actually is a double trilogy because the first three, you got Soul Hood, Luke Hills, Soul Hood Prime, and then the second trilogy starts with Liek and Tlee. And then I got the double finale, which is part one premiering in May. And yeah, the follow-up to Liek and Tlee premieres in May, and then the part two of that finale premieres in September of the same year.
Okay.
So yeah, you got 6 films in this series. It's almost like one of my boys be calling it Jacksonville's Fast and Furious of some sort, because it's like consistently dropping films in the same storyline. You know?
Yeah, that's dope. Hey, how do you?
I love that shit too.
For people, so there's an original Soul Hood before the Liek and Tlee series.
Liek and Tlee is actually is film number 4 actually.
Oh man, so
yeah, I didn't know that.
So on Prime is Liek and Tlee is the one on Prime right now.
Yeah, so I got 2. Like I said, there's a total of 6 films right now. Well, 2 of them premiering this year.
Can we go from the first, from the top to up to now, so we can kind of catch people up on the work?
Yes, sir. So what I'm doing, the short films like Luke Hills and Liek and Tlee, they're both on Amazon Prime right now. But the feature films, which is Soul Hood and Soul Hood Prime, I'm actually doing a director's cut version of both of them. So I'm going to re-release those films so everybody can get caught up with the whole storyline before the finale come out. Because the finale is wild. That's all I got to say. Especially if you already seen Liek and Tlee, right? You know that cliffhanger of the ending.
Yeah, man.
I thought, man, hey.
Oh man, I remember. Look, when that end, like I remember when we did the. I just want to throw this out there real quick. Like I remember when we did the private screening event for Liek and Tlee, and I just remember how everybody in there just reacted when they saw. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but I ain't gonna spoil it. But just seeing how everybody in that we did it in the club actually, and just seeing how everybody in there reacted, it was like. I was like, oh, like it felt great because I was waiting on that part the whole time. I was waiting on everybody to see the the shocking of an ending. So,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and so yeah, the follow-up, which is the follow-up is called Hood Saga Part 1 Solstice. That's the name of the Part 1 of the finale. And it literally picks up where Luke and Lee left off.
Hell
Yeah.
I can't wait, man.
Man, I was watching today, like, man, I'm already ready for the next one. Like, man, man, me
like he
tapped
said,
in.
he left a huge cliffhanger, bro. So
Yeah.
my question is, what advice would you give to inspiring videographers, editors, writers, hell, Los, even actors?
Yeah, man, I practically do all of that. It's crazy. Yeah, man, to be honest with you, man, like, my biggest thing is just have fun with it and follow your vision. Because, like, I'm one of those people that, like, I stay with my vision. You know what I'm saying? If it hits, it's a reason it hits my mind, you know? So don't let anybody tell you don't let anybody tell you how to adjust your vision. Don't let anybody tell you, because I write what's in my heart, in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I write what's in my heart, honestly, first and foremost. Because, like, I'm not gonna, you know, don't follow. I don't follow trends at all. I'm not gonna put something out because something is popular or something is high at the time. I'm gonna put out because it's something I want to put out. So follow your gut, follow your mind, and follow your vision, and as long as you're satisfied with it, that's what really matters the most. You know, it's up to still at the end of the day, it's up to the people if they like what you put out. But the best feeling is when you put out your own vision and people still enjoy it and still respect it. You already know where to go from there. So yeah, at the end of the day, just follow your vision.
Right.
Practice is key. Practice is super key, because, like, editing, the level of patience you have to edit a video. Oh my god! Like,
that's why I never really fully indulged into it, man.
Look, like, I edit whole movies, man. So it's like,
bro, I respect editors, bro. I respect editors across the board.
I got to share the story with you too, fellas, man. I got to share the story. So when I did the first Hood, so a week before it premiered, I had to re-edit the entire movie from scratch because of a file corruption. So imagine having to re-edit the entire movie a week before it premiered, and the movie was already sold out twice.
Damn.
Whoa.
That was the most scariest thing I ever dealt with in my life. But it was trash. It sucked. But you know what? I had no choice. I had to, like, process my emotions, and then I was literally caved in my room for a whole week. Like, I didn't even go anywhere unless I was using the bathroom or get something to eat or whatever, taking a shower or something like that. That was it.
Right.
Yeah, man. So yeah, editing, your patience level gotta be, like, super high. Back up your footage. That is very key. That is very important, because, you know, these drives, computers can have mechanical issues now and then. You know what I mean? I've had setbacks a while ago, but I lost my footage and stuff like that. So always back up your footage. That's a huge thing. But other than that, at the end of the day, even back when I said with writing, just follow your heart, follow your vision, and just enjoy the whole thing. And that's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
Yeah, them hard drive problems, bro. It make you like your chest cave in.
Oh my god, man!
I remember the drives. Like, I got one right now where you can hear the drive spinning.
Yeah,
and it was like, to me, I was like, okay, I need to get a SSD, but I don't know if the SSD drives corrupt the same as the actual mechanical one.
Yeah,
yeah. But I was thinking, you know, maybe let me just get the SSD, because it ain't gonna, because when you hear that drive just acting like it's spinning or doing something, it's like, man, it's over.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, it gets scary, man. But but like I said, at the end of the day, just follow your vision and just do what you feel.
Yeah.
Right. So my question is, you know what I'm saying? You from Jacksonville, Florida, right?
Yes, sir.
You relocated to Orlando, Florida, Los. So what can we expect to move for the fucking city?
Man, boy, you know what? A lot of people have asked me that question, man, because, you know, I've been living in Orlando for 5 years, and I've not put out one movie from Orlando, which is insane, I know. But that boils down to what I said before: follow your vision. Like, I think it's because I'm still doing Hood right now, so it's a little hard for me to do, like, a movie based in Orlando. However, what I have been doing, I have, like, the last couple films in the Hood series, I did include Orlando in it some kind of way. Like, I had some Orlando actors be a part of it. I even film at some Orlando locations. So I'm slowly but surely bringing Orlando to divisions that I've been working with. Hopefully I can do a short. Hopefully, if the time permits, maybe just shoot a short film here in Orlando. I might even do my horror film here. I may just do
Oh man.
yeah.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, man. Like yeah, I do have a horror film that I'm going to work on later this year. Because I've never done a horror yet, and everybody and their mama been asking when I'm going to do one. So I might over here pull a Jordan Peele out with y'all.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? And funny fact with Jordan Peele, me and him share the same birthday. So I always thought that was crazy. So I might pull one of those out. But other than that, I might have to do the horror film in Orlando and just do something with that.
That would be dope. So like with the Houston, is Texas gonna be in Soul Hood? Because I remember it was one scene where y'all was standing right there, like looking at the sign. Like is that gonna be a location as well?
Yep. In the new one, yeah. So we got Texas in the movie, we got Jacksonville, of course, we got Orlando, and we got Miami as well in the follow up.
Right. So when it comes to like, getting your cash, like I say, because the characters you picked in Luke and Lee, like everything just flowed so well. Like what's the process of that? Like, especially when you say like you're gonna get Orlando actors involved and stuff, like,
Yes, sir.
do you have them come in like audition, or like how do you, go about seeking the talent?
Yeah, definitely auditions. Casting calls is definitely like the go-to. Either like I do it as an actual event, so people just come to the casting call audition. And then for those that can't make it to the physical casting call, I do virtual as well, so where people can just send their video clips of their auditions as well. That's usually my best way of doing so. The only thing with Soul Hood, the biggest casting call was the first one because, that's when I was getting the characters for the first time, because majority of the people have been reprising their roles since the first Soul Hood movie. So with the new one, I'm still doing the same thing, casting calls and auditions and stuff like that. And even once that's done, once auditions and casting calls are done, me and my team, we go over the auditions, we watch them back to back to back.
Right.
And we just go by who fits the role, and that's it. And I say this all the time. I have to say this out loud. If I do not choose you, it's not personal. People have been taking stuff personal these days. I'm like, yo, I just know you fit the vision. That's it.
Right.
Ain't no favoritism. No, hey, you the homie, so I'm gonna put you in the movie. Like I go by who fit the vision. That's it.
Yeah, it's based on like how you feel when you see it. Like, yeah, that's the character right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, I like from that side of it, it's like, it would just be like, if I got rejected on one, it's like, okay, this one didn't fit me. Let me go try another one. I'm pretty sure there's endless opportunities on that end.
Always.
So like those, I was gonna say, go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. I was gonna say, and one more thing, like there's some people that there's even some cast members that were not selected in the original Soul Hood movies, but ended up becoming a character in the later installments. And even the guy that plays Lee in the Luke and Lee, he was an extra in the first Soul Hood movie, and now he's a main character in the whole series. So I tell people all the time, even if it's an extra role, it's for me to see you in action and just see what you can do.
Right. Nah, that's a big message for people. If you get told once no, or you don't get the position in a certain thing, it's like that don't mean just give up. Keep applying. As Lil said, you can end up later down the line being something major. In the series.
Facts.
So my question, Lois, is like, what's your company? What you started filming in 2006, like, where do you see yourself in like the next 5 to 10 years? Being at where your work is now, and how everything's moving and everything's like progressing and leveling up. Different cities, the Hood Saga just going crazy. Like, where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
Man, to be honest with you, man, since Soul Hood is ending this year, which is again bittersweet. I see that becoming like that modern classic people are going to talk about years and years to come. Especially like I feel like it's going to become that Duval film series that everybody's gonna be talking about for years to come. And as far as that legacy, that I'm gonna leave that behind. My biggest thing is having my own film studio, because ironically enough, Jacksonville does not have like a film. They got, like photo studios here and there, of course, but they don't have an actual movie studio at all, which kind of baffles me, but it is what it is. But definitely having my own film studio where people can literally go in there and shoot like so many movies in this one place. Like everything you need is in there, like bedroom sets, or the green screens, of course, even have editing rooms in there. Like that's what I really want, is to have a space for aspiring filmmakers to really come in, because we don't really have that like I said, in Duval, we don't really have that here other than photo studios. So, just to kind of be a bridge for the next generation of filmmakers, because I had to learn everything on my own. You know what I mean? I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have, what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, like the person I looked up to kind of dissed me and disrespected me, and I had to learn everything on my own end. So I definitely want to be that bridge and gap between, starting your career and being at the place you want to be at. But other than that, just keep doing what I do best, and just keep making movies and work with some of the big names I've always wanted to work with, things like that, and kind of go from there.
Right. Sound like you trying to do your own Tyler Perry in Duval, man.
That's it.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Buy
That's
the
it.
buildings, the land. That's cool. Yeah.
For real, bro. That's some genius shit right there. I dig
Definitely a legacy right there.
Yeah.
Always,
My thing is, what gave you the courage to actually take that leap of faith to like say fuck my 9 to 5 and just like pursue this film shit?
Man, so I got two versions of that actually. So this is actually right now this is my second attempt, and it's actually done better than my first attempt. My first attempt to go full-time filmmaking was back in 2016. There was, I'm 10 years in the filmmaking at this point. I felt like, all right, I got enough experience. And this is when I did the Friday parody at the time. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that Friday parody dropped. Yeah, man, I think I hit over 1 million views, and I had a lot of people hitting me up for videos. I'm like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of just left my job abruptly. I mean, I put in my 2 weeks, of course, but I kind of left my job abruptly, thinking I had it all together, and I was not ready. I was not ready. So I ended up going back to a job temporarily at the time.
Right.
And I told myself, the next time I do this, I'm gonna structure myself and make sure I'm ready for it. So that year was 2 years ago, 2020, when I finally really left my job. But but back in 2020, June of 2020, that was a life-changing year for me, because that was the first week of the first week of June 2020, I had lost my sister. And I was at this job I was working with. I was super miserable at that job. Like, I freaking hated my job. You know what I mean? So, going through that grief and being miserable at the same time at this job, I'm like, this is overkill. This is too much. And I really just wanted to just keep making films and stuff. So I had took a leave of my job, of course. You know what I'm saying? That's a natural thing everybody does. And then literally a week after, just a weekend, took that leave of my job, they were calling me. He's like, when you coming back to work? When you coming back to work? I'm like, dude, I'm grieving right now. I ain't even thinking about my job at this point, right?
Right.
I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at all. And it made me realize that's how a lot of jobs are. That's how a lot of 9 to 5s are. They don't really care,
they don't care
about what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? They care about their business, which is
your body.
Yeah, that's it. And you can die the next day. They replace you like that, and it. So it's like, me knowing that, I was like, you know what? I don't want to have a job no more after this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what really opened my eyes. So at that point, I had to make a decision. Do I want to keep being miserable at this job, or do I want to take a chance on myself? And I just left. I just left my job after that situation, and kind of restructured life a little bit. And almost 2 years later, June of 2022 will make it 2 years since I left my job, doing just filming full time. Because at the end of the day, even though, having your own business and all of that stuff, and shout out to Whitney earlier, and she really had some good points earlier.
Right.
Yeah, it's challenging. It's challenging to run your own business, man. It really is challenging, but at the same time, I'm a lot more happier. You know what I mean? I'd rather deal with the business challenges than to be miserable at a job that I hate so much. Cause that kills your mental, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it makes you not want to do anything. So when I took that chance, and I've been a much happier person despite the challenges in businesses and stuff. But you know, it's all about doing what you want to do with your life and moving forward with it. Now, if I had kids or something like that, that'd have been a different story. I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I have to work differently. But, you know what I'm saying? But it's just me taking care of myself at this point. So I want to take advantage of the time I have for myself now before, you know what I'm saying, all of that happens. So, and that's where I stand with that.
Right. I see you had attended a film festival. Was it in Orlando?
Yes.
You had the film actually down there at the Orlando movie theaters, right?
Yes, sir. The Plaza Cafe downtown.
Yeah.
We had Luke and Lee playing that theater. Was it last weekend? Yeah, it was this past weekend. Yeah. Man, awesome experience, man. It was dope, man. Met some filmmakers, you know, met actors, writers, things like that. It was an amazing experience because Luke and Lee has actually been selected in 9 film festivals, and but that was the first. But I wasn't able to make it to any of them because I was in production for the follow-up.
Right.
But that was the first time I was able to make it to a film festival where my film was playing at. And man, I just loved every minute of it. I was literally there for like 12 hours. Like no exaggeration.
For me.
But I soaked a lot of stuff out of it. I soaked a lot of information out of it. It inspired me, it motivated me as a filmmaker. And I recommend any filmmaker, like, even if your film doesn't get selected, I recommend any filmmaker, writer, director to go to a film festival. Like, that it's a must. You know what I mean? Because me personally, and I know a lot of the world is on competitive and competitions and stuff like that, but me, I'm not really, and I'm going to say this because this is who I am. I'm not really a competitive person. Right. I just follow my vision. That's it. I don't really go after the next filmmaker. I don't never say, oh, I'm going to put this out and do this because he put out a big movie. I'm not like that at all. I just follow my vision. So any filmmaker that I just see doing a thing, I respect them hands down because I know how tough it is to put a film together. Like, I've done several movies, so I know. You know what I mean? If anybody knows, I know. So, but yeah, definitely. But other than that, there's one short film that played at the festival called Passage, and it was so beautifully done. I knew that one was going to win the best short film because I'm not biased and none of that stuff. Like, if I like somebody's work, I like your work. I'm a supporter. I'm real talk. So that film, and I told my people that came with me, and I said, yo, this film is really, really good. I said, if any film's going to win, it would be that one. And I didn't even mention my film, even though I'm confident in my work, but I also do respect the next person also. You know what I'm saying? But just being a part of the film festival alone is already a big deal. So that's what it boils down to.
Man, so also, Lo, so you feel like, you know, when you like transitioning into the industry, when you know you got your movie premiering all over, you know, the US and every movie theater. So when you go that route, are you gonna stay like the Tyler Perry route in a sense where you own all of your work, where you can do it how you want to do it, or would you let a company give you a deal to get like? Because usually when people sign deals, all the marketing and all that type of stuff comes with the deal, you know. Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, which route would you'll go with? Because it's like with the Tyler Perry route, like you keeping that underdog mentality where it's like I built all this up, you know. Nobody propelled me to this level. They didn't put me at this level. I put myself here, so I control my whole situation, you know.
Yeah. You know what? It's such a great question, but I personally would go to Tyler Perry route because I just I don't want anyone to have control of my creatives at all. I just don't want it. I don't want that to happen. Like, because it's much more rewarding when you build your own thing. You know what I mean? You build your own series, you build your own, you know, film company, like just building your own. And that's pretty much anything in life. You build your own thing. It's very rewarding. Right. So I wouldn't want a big film company to just buy out my series and then do whatever the hell they want to do with it. Like I wouldn't want to do it because it's too much. So because it was what the funny thing is though, the flip side of this whole thing, and I'm not saying I'm gonna go that route, but just as a thought, it's a lot of films out there that's probably written by independent filmmakers that turn it into the big dogs or whatever.
Right.
And they change it to however, and we still like it. And the independent person don't like it. So it's a flip side to this as well, which is it's kind of weird. But you know, but at the end of the day, I'm not, like I said, I wouldn't want to keep what I have and keep my creators to my own and just bring everybody up with me at that point.
Man, cause you know they coming. They coming. It's just, you know, at a time when they come, they're gonna be like, hey, cause you know, by that time, you know, they come, say, for instance, Hood Saga, they take it, then they own it and they gave you however much money for it. You know, the fans that knew about it from the beginning, like I said, they taking your fan base, they know your work. And now when they see that, they're like, man, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, you not only are you affecting your work, you're affecting your fans that know you for your work and love the work you put out, you know?
Yep. And that's exactly what it is too. Yep. And that's why, and that's a very, very great point. What's crazy is now, like every movie I've done, I've always done a theatrical premiere for it. Like I said, I had a couple of my movies in the AMC theater in Jacksonville, and the experience alone is like, my very first movie back in 2013 sold out. So it's like, actually every movie premiere I've done has sold out. Some of them sold out twice. So it's like, if I could do that just building on my own, just, you know what I'm saying? If I could do that on my own, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can't do that. And I'm not like tooting my own horn or nothing like that. It's just facts. Like, a lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, and most of the times it takes like the industry team or something like that to even sell out what you're putting out.
Right.
And, you know, and people say this, and it's more of and people say this in Jacksonville all the time. If you can succeed in Duval, you can succeed everywhere. And that's what they say all the time. And they say it for a reason because, you know, like the support system in Duval is sometimes lackluster. But even with that being said, I don't really pay attention to that either. I just do what I want to do because I love doing it. And everything will just follow up. Everything will follow through from that point because like I was filming. Like I said earlier, I've been filming for 16 years, and it took me 7 years. It took me I started in 2006. It took me till 2013 to do my first movie. So, you know, that's kind of that's a 7-year gap before I even tapped into doing a movie for the first time. And once I did that, once I finally did it, that's when everybody kind of looked at me differently in a bigger way. Like everybody looked at me like, oh shoot, like, oh damn, Los can make movies now. Like, and that was something I didn't want to do, but it changed everybody's perspective of me, and not just like they no longer looked at me as a regular cameraman or a videographer or anything like that. They just they saw what I was capable of doing, and
they put some respect on your name.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's it. Because one of my homies had pointed that out too. He's like, Los, man, once you stepped up, everybody started seeing it, and that's what it boils out to. What, like, you know, take the time you need to build yourself. But once you step up to that point, it's gonna follow. Everything's gonna follow from that point.
So it sounds like to me like you don't like you say, you don't keep up or try to compete with other directors, whatever. Like you don't keep yourself distracted by things like that when you're doing your work. You don't let another person film. Have you doing some of your film and you like that ain't my work though, you know, it's not original. Like you say, you don't be distracted by them type of things, or like you say, when people say this and that, it's like you stay focused only on what Los does. Like what Los gonna do, Los gonna do it. Like it ain't gonna be an influence on this area or this area. This is not gonna stop it. Like whatever I put out gonna be what it is. Like,
yeah, for sure, definitely. And that it's always been that way for me. Like. This is film premiere I'm going to a couple of weeks from now, and it's from another filmmaker. I'm just being there to support because, you know, somebody I'm cool with. And again, like I said, like filmmaking is very hard. So if I'm able to be there and support it, I'm going to be there. So, just like you said, man, like I just follow my own time. I follow my own vision. I follow my own schedule. You know, because a lot of people are competitive, which there's nothing really wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the nature of entertainment and business and all that stuff or whatever. But like I said, I just approach it differently. That's just my approach of how it's just because I love doing it. And that's what this is my creative space.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, at the end of the day, Los, you know, what does being an underdog means to you, man? Like when it boils down to it.
Yes, sir. Underdog is the person with many surprises.
I like that.
The person with me is the person you would least expect to do the biggest things. And the reason I say that again, because the example when I premiered my first movie, I was slept on for a very long time until I did my first movie. Once that happened, everything changed. So, like I said, but the underdog is like, he in the world is more of a last but not least type of person. But again, he's one of the people that builds up. One of the people the type of people that take a lot of time to build up, and it hit like a train when they come out.
What?
Yeah.
I like
They
that.
was like, where this shit came from? But the whole time, right in front of your face.
Look, because I gotta say this, because like when I did the premiere at AMC for the first time, like nobody knew that was gonna happen at the time I announced it. Once I announced it, tickets sold out in 19 days.
Right.
Like people saw that and was like, oh, well, like people were just shook, like shocked, like that I even did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like, because they didn't see me doing it before, so it's like, again, it's always hitting like a tank when they come out, and it's like, and you just putting that stamp out. So that's where I stand with underdogs, and you know that's why I run with it.
Yeah, cause them people gonna be like years later, well, you know, you in the same type of league with Jordan Peele and them, man. You got everything going for you. People like, man, well, he just came out of nowhere. And I'm like, man, you sleep, bro. Been doing this since, like you say, selling out theaters and everything, man. You sleep, like.
Yeah, man. And Jordan Peele, I gotta say with Jordan Peele, man, like when he put Get Out or whatever, that shook me too, because you know, Jordan Peele, I knew did like skits and stuff and comedy and all that.
Yeah.
That's Jordan Peele I knew. Mm-hmm. So when he put that out, I was like, oh.
You know, he went straight to movies.
Yeah, he shook the world with that.
Yeah, he got the movie called Nope coming out. Like he just kind of ran by a storm at that point. Like he put Get Out, it was a wrap.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I like the little comedy thing he did, that Keanu movie.
Oh yeah, that movie was funny. I love that movie. That movie was funny. I love that movie.
But then when he went strictly
go ahead. My bad.
Well, he went strictly with what it was, Us and Get Out. Like that was, like, I didn't expect that to come out.
Yeah, he got that line.
I was like, man, this guy's a genius. He pretty much changed the culture with that one. You know what I mean? Like his writing, directing, and filmmaking style. He changed. It was a culture shock with that one. You know what I mean? So it was like, because a comedian did that. A natural comedian did that. You just never know what ideas people can come up with.
Right.
And like I said, ever since he put that out, he's been taking off with that cinema side ever since. So I was like, yeah.
That's the type of out of the box creativity we need in the culture too, man. Something different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we can't keep letting like mainstream media control basically what's in or what's out for us, you know? Like we gotta be the ones control all that, you know.
Exactly.
Everything, bro.
Yeah, man.
So I always want to ask you this, man. Like you do videos, like shooting videos for music, you know, artists and stuff, and you do,
yes, sir.
You know, you're directing for the films. What side do you enjoy most? Doing the film or directing, you know, shooting the videos with the
definitely film. Films hands down, man. Movies.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. I mean, and the reason I say that, because like I shine. No, I don't get it twisted. I enjoy doing everything. I enjoy doing every type of project, but the movies and films is where I shine at the best. Because this is from my own creativity at that point.
Right.
Like doing music videos is it like I said, it's still fun, but I don't get to be fully creative with it, other than my technical side of everything and whatever. But the flip side of it, just bringing somebody's vision to life, is still a beautiful thing, because, you know, at the end of the day, just having an artist that's satisfied with what you gave them, it's very rewarding. But yeah, the film life, the movie life, it's like, it's usually the movie life itself is more. It's a lot more hands-on in general because number one, it takes a hell of a lot more time to get done. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, man. Like it's the process. The process of movie making is a lot more. You know, music videos can take 1 or 2 days to shoot and maybe a week to edit at that. But movies, you know, like I said, it could take like, you know, the Soul Hood Part 1. Well, the follow to Luke and Lee, we finished that in 3 months, which I never finished a movie that fast before.
That's dope.
Right.
Yeah, man. So you know, but yeah, but the movies is where I shine the most at. That's where I shine
Right.
with.
So with the movies, right? Like, what was your obstacles? Like, you had to face. What was your strongest obstacles you had to face with creating the film side of it, like your movies?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So the biggest thing is, well, now the biggest thing is with me traveling back and forth because, you know, I live in Orlando and I'm shooting this movie in Jacksonville. So I'm traveling back and forth as is. I'm barely getting to sit home and edit like I want to, but I'm moving around so much too. So that's one. But a lot of the obstacles came in the beginning of the saga, like pretty much in the first film or two, which number one, just kind of getting to know the cast for the first time. I ain't gonna say this dude's name. But hey, Billy, if you watching my shout out to my young brother Billy, man, because you know he been
Oh
helping me
yeah.
with
Oh
production this
man.
whole time,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
We gonna
you
tap
know,
in with
thankfully I
him,
got
man.
him
Yeah.
helping me on my corner, but he's seen this
Yeah.
too,
Shout
man. So
out to Billy.
shout out to
Yeah.
Billy, man.
With
But
2
man, I had to
eyes.
kick man, look, man, it's big. One of the biggest challenges, like I said, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but you know what I'm saying. Like I had to kick a cast member out of the series because of his attitude and all that stuff, and just giving us issues. He was clashing with me and clashing with other cast members and stuff like that, and I had to kind of like give the man the boot or whatever. But now, mind you, everybody that knows me, man, I'm very calm and collected, man. I try to like, you know, de-escalate situations as much as possible.
Yeah.
But if it gets to the point of you clashing with almost everybody on set, it becomes a problem. And it's like, you know, a lot of the movies I do, man, it's all about all of my movies has always been on some positive type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always good energy and good vibes. We always have a good time every time we shoot. So when anybody brings that type of energy on set or whatever, I like it's only so much you can tolerate with it. So anybody that want to make movies, do not tolerate it. You don't have to tolerate it.
Yeah.
So when I did that, when I had to kick dude out off the series, and I kind of had to restructure the whole storyline because he was actually one of the main characters in the older film.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to kind of rewrite the storyline to kind of like make up for his absence because, you know, he's still in the first one, but he's not in any of the other films. You know what I mean? So
okay.
Yeah. So, but you know, that's kind of minor compared to what the industry does deal with because, you know, they got actors that hate each other. They got actors that can't stand each other, but still got to do a movie together. You know what I mean? They got like that happening all the time. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. Even down on my first movie, you know,
I gotta say that type of stuff come in between your creating and come between the whole thing you doing it for. Like you can't have that type of energy with people around. Like it ain't gonna go as if everybody was getting along. Like, you know, the energy, it might show on when we watching it, but the energy while filming it is just like it's gonna take longer than what it should have because you gotta put this person over here and this person over here. Like, man, y'all chill out, balance it, keep taking breaks. Like, come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And another big obstacle in filming when I filmed the bigger scenes, like there's a lot of, you know, like when we shot the fight scenes for Luke and Lee, the club scene, which is one of my favorite scenes in the film. That was fire.
That's epic.
That was
epic as hell.
Yeah, man. So filming, like, so there's scenes in my movies that require like a lot of people to be there. That is so, man. I get so much anxiety every time we shoot those type of scenes because, you know, you got a lot of people hitting you up. Hey, I'm on the way. Hey, I'm running late. Hey, I'm on the way. Hey, what's the address? Which I don't told them the address a million times, but they still ask any freaking way. But, you know, you got like 20, 30 people. You got like almost 50 people you got almost 30 to 40 people on set on the way asking you, hey, all these questions about the set. And you know, mainly you got to stay, because you got to contact every last cast member, every crew member, every extra, and nobody else. I'm the only one contacting like 30, 40 plus people to come on set on this specific day and time. It's a lot of mental energy to even put that part together, but it always pays off at the end of the day. But you know, just I literally sit on my computer for like 2 or 3 hours hitting everybody up. So especially on the day of the shoot, when your phone is ringing back to back to back, and everybody on the way, you know, you got all of that going on. So that is get challenging sometimes, and it kind of brings anxiety to me sometimes. But you know, but I have people in my corner telling me, "Los, calm down. It's gonna be good."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he like, "Hey, Los, it's gonna be good. Everything gonna come together," which it always does. You know, fortunately, it always works in my favor because I put in the work to make sure it works. You know, but it's a lot though. It's a hell of a lot to do all of that. You know, especially the bigger scenes.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Damn, bro.
I'm just soaking in.
I'm just right.
Bro, try to process that, bro. Like, my head started hurting thinking about it, bro.
Yo, I have bad like anxiety just thinking about like people need to be here, like what's going on. You know what I mean?
So much going in motion.
Yeah. Like even
like
when I did the barbecue scene for the first Soul Hood Slie, I think you remember that one.
I was there, yeah. Oh,
yeah, he was there, yeah, man. So you can imagine how much it took to put that together, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man. So like people, bro, it was like 20 people on set before I even got there, and I was early.
Yeah,
man. So it's every time I do a movie, like pretty much every last movie I've done has had a scene or two with a lot of people there, and I've had to do it every single time. So it's wild, man. But it like I said, it takes a lot of mental power and dedication to put a film together in general, because you know, there's a lot of people that be telling me all the time, like, hey, what advice would you give to put a movie together? And I tell them everything. I just like I'm telling y'all now.
Right.
Like I'll tell you everything you need to know before you put a movie together. Like, because it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak-minded. It's not for the weak at all, man. And you know, I've proven that to everybody over and over that I definitely got the capability of doing one. So,
bad.
Yeah, Lois, man. Before we even, you know, close out the episode and stuff, man, we gotta shout out how people can get in contact with you. Of course, follow Lois. We got to talk about the venture with you and Billy. Put the business out there for everybody. We got to share, you know, the networking side of it.
Yes, sir. So yeah, Cast2 Films. That's my Instagram page. That's CAS2 Films. I just found that you can hit the arrow on the names and my name pops up on there. I just found that you can actually do all of that. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Cast2 Films. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, follow everybody that's on this podcast right now. So yeah, Cast2 Films. You can also catch me on YouTube, Los2k6. Same thing with my Facebook page. But I am active on Instagram, so if you want to reach out to me on that, that's a great platform to reach out to. Because biggest thing is because people have asked me, hey, how can I be in your next movie? Hey, how can I be an extra, or can I submit my music to the movie? You know, just hit me up on Instagram specifically or Facebook. And I usually post information. I post a flyer on how to audition for this movie, or, you know, submit your music, things like that.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. And when can we look for your new film? When can it be released? When is it?
Oh
yeah. So Soul Hood Saga Part 1 premieres in May. I don't have a specific date yet because I'm still locking in the theater and everything. And then Part 2 releases in September of the same year. Kind of like how Matrix Reloaded and Revolution came out in the same year. That's basically what I'm doing with this. Yeah, so y'all getting two followers to Luke and Lee in the same year. So I didn't want to make anybody wait, because Luke and Lee came out last year. I don't want to make y'all wait so long and then only drop one film to make y'all wait a whole nother year for Part 2 and all that. So yeah. Yeah, man. But and I remember you just talked about Billy real quick, man. So the business joint, boy, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that was gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, Yeah, it was inevitable. You know, once he learned how to get into filmmaking, I already knew that was going to happen at some point. It was just, you know, timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, timing is definitely everything. So, because we already, you know what I'm saying, you know, 9 or 10 times when I'm filming the scene for the movie, he's pretty much there. You know what I'm saying? 9 or 10 times. So, you know what I'm saying? So him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, Billy, correct me if I'm wrong, man, because sometimes my memory be off the grid sometimes. But but what I do remember, like my version of what I remember is that like a long time ago, like, you know, he used to tag with me when I did my first movies, you know what I'm saying? Like had a camera and stuff like that or whatever. Kind of like, I guess just being around and all of that stuff, you know, the movie making life back then. And I think he was just moving back to Duval at that time too. So, you know, you going from that point up until now, you know, eventually, you know, you're going to tap into filmmaking at that point. To this day, and to this day, any question he does have, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll FaceTime me any time of the day. You know, I don't care what time he can call me, but he'll FaceTime me. And if he had any questions about any filmmaking or like editing or just even some program errors, you know, he'll reach out to me and ask, hey, what can I do to fix this error or whatever? You know, I still shoot that information to him. But to be honest with you, man, I don't want to say I taught him how to filmmake and stuff like that. Cause it's more, I mean, it was because he most so learned it on his own, honestly. Like just for tagging along with me, like he kind of learned the thing
by
on his own,
visually
honestly.
looking at it.
Yeah, I think that's just my version. I don't feel like I actually taught him how to do it. It's just more so of an inspiration of how he did. Because I'm not one of them people, man. Because you know how people are like, oh, I taught you this.
Yeah,
I gave you your first thing. Nah, man. I'm not one of them people, bro. Like if people are inspired to do something or motivated to do something just because based on what I was doing, I'm cool enough with just that. I'll shoot all the advice and information that I can and tell them the what ifs and what not to do. Because you know, but he does call me a sensei. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he called me his sensei or whatever. So,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say, man. He like,
yeah,
this
man,
is the
and that's cool. That's cool to me because, like I said, I didn't have that. I didn't have a mentor or anything like that to look up to as a filmmaker. I still don't. You know what I mean? So, being able to be that sort of guidance in the videography world, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm just giving something. Giving them something I didn't have, you know what I'm saying, coming up in the film world. Like I basically was going through the mud and I would even tell him my stories of I would even tell him some of my stories of me coming up in the filmmaking so he wouldn't have to deal with the same thing I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he still does see those storylines or whatever, because, you know, dealing with people in general, you already know how it goes, just dealing with people. But, you know, but at the same time, you know, I be sharing my stories, so you again don't have to go through those. You know, he can avoid half of the stuff I dealt with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But people, you can't avoid people. You know what I'm saying. People are going to be people. So
it's just
it's
like
all about.
if you're faced with this situation, hey, this is how you can go about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's it. Yeah,
because some people do the same thing to people too. You know, it's like, dang, one person did me like this before. It can be the same thing, but another person doing it too, you know, in the same aspect of, you know, filming and stuff. But it sounds like, you know, you was a big inspiration by having them around in the atmosphere and the environments, gave him the idea, you know, okay, he took the recipe from you and then he incorporated his own entity into it, you know.
And what I like to say, man, like, and I don't see him as a Los2k 2.0 or anything like that. Like, he literally has his own style that very contrasts from mine. You know, our styles are different. You know what I mean? As far as like, and an advantage he does have, he's also an artist. So artists have their own lingo that I don't understand. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but having that extra layer, you know, just having that extra layer as an artist, that's like a double threat right there. You know what I'm saying? You're an artist and a videographer. You know what I'm saying? You already, you know what I'm saying? He have a better understanding of music, like making music and artistry and stuff like that than I would.
Right.
So, you know, I pretty much mastered the movie making side of life. You know, like I direct, I write, I edit, I produce, I play a character, edit the whole movie, schedule locations, schedule shoots, all, like I pretty much run all of that. But You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their strengths. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their strengths in filmmaking, and that's what it goes to.
That was so, man.
So I mean, before we let you leave, man, like it's the segment we like to give you. I
Yes,
guess
sir.
their flowers, bro. And
Yeah, man.
Los2k6, bro, your flowers is given, bro, because you've been, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing, bro, and just keep doing the good work, and you motivating a lot of people. Little do you know, because you motivating me over here.
Appreciate you, sir.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So just keep doing it, man. Keep pushing, bro. I mean, everybody gonna see your vision, man, soon.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
sooner or
definitely
later.
coming. It sounds
Hey,
like you know your
Straight up.
purpose, man, and you just,
For
you
real.
know, like you just pushing forward, man. Like you already see everything in front of you and controlling how you know, you want it to go. I
yeah,
say it's
always.
definitely coming, man, and I know you're gonna be another pillar in the community for our people that our coaches need to see, you know, and hear and people hear, you know, the story in the background about it, you know, and it might inspire, you know. It's definitely going to inspire more of the youth to get involved, even if they're in the filming and everything like that too. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
definitely.
Hey, much love, man. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, bro, I just want to just like, I just want to be some type of pillar to the community and just let everybody know what's possible. You know what I mean? Because I have been, I've been, like I said, 16 years of chasing this dream, man. It's crazy, bro. My dream is a teenager. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? My sweet 16. So
Type shit.
yeah, man. So, you know, me fighting this dream for such a long time because I always believed in my dream. Like, and it shows. It's something I always believed in. Like, I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean? Because it's something I really want to do. So,
Right.
you know, I encourage everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I encourage everybody, like, just follow your dream for real. Because, you know what I'm saying? You already know how to, you know the cliche things we all say, like, you know,
Yeah.
and it's cliche, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's not true. Like, you know, people going to tell you what you can't do. And that's just the typical thing that we hear all the time. So, like I said, when I put my first movie out, like I said, everybody just started respecting and living life out of me at that point. It changed. Like,
We
people just no
should.
longer
Right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nobody saw me as a regular cameraman no more at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had put that stamp out there, man. But you know, yeah, man. I'm, you know, keep doing what I do, man. And at the end of the day, I want to still keep giving people opportunities. And any artists out there that's watching, you know, I say I'm going to be setting the music soon for the movie project. So make sure you follow your boy. Any questions you may have, make sure you reach out to me. And the Underdawgs Podcast, fellas, I thank you guys so much for bringing me in. I really enjoyed this
Man, we
this moment,
appreciate
this
you.
conversation. Yeah, this
Appreciate you
conversation
bringing
is
your
great.
presence, man.
Yes,
For
sir.
real,
Always,
man. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We
man.
gonna bring you
Y'all,
back on in the future, bro, and check up on you,
yeah,
man.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, for sure,
Got
man. I know y'all gotta come back to the premiere night, man. Y'all know it's gonna be crazy, man. So dress your
Oh,
Sunday
yeah.
best.
Type
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I gotta check you out. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, y'all please follow Los, and please follow, you know what I'm saying, Cast 2 Films, right? Cast 2
Yes,
Films.
sir. Cast 2 Films. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Cast 2 Films, and also go check out the Luke and Lee Hood Saga on Amazon Prime. You would not be
Yup.
sorry.
Yes,
And
sir.
also, Underdawgs Podcast. Also, the Underdawgs EP is coming 2/22/22. It's Tlee,
Yes,
Slie,
sir.
and Los. We out of here.
2/22, the day
Yes,
after my
sir.
birthday. All
Yes, sir.
right, fellas. I appreciate y'all again.
All right, man.
Yeah, you.
On.